We're starting today's show with a focus on mental health. Now, no matter what stage of life you're in, expressing your emotions and talking through your personal problems with the right person can make all the difference, especially if it's in as beautiful as a place like this. Check it out.
Well, if you are struggling in a relationship or you just want to learn how to be better with your significant other, your friends, your family, really anybody, you need some good advice. And I'm here at He Said, She Said Counseling Center with EJ and Tarah Kerwin. It's so lovely to see you in person. I know, we were doing it on Zoom for a couple years, I think. So now we get to come in and talk about
Alice,
this.
You're real.
I know,
you're not just
I'm tangible,
a Zoom face.
I know. And the truth is you guys helped so many people through the pandemic. You're still helping people as we try to pick up the pieces coming out of that. But just tell our audience a little bit about what you do here and what makes you so special.
Oh my gosh, we do so much. I guess kind of starting off, EJ and I started this together, the He Said, She Said, for couples because we were struggling in our own marriage and we were like, gosh, if two therapists are having a hard time, how do we help couples in our community? So that's kind of how it all started. And we have online programs and in-office programs, and really our main goal is to help couples and individuals and families be the best versions of themselves. And I mean, I guess that's like the core of what we do here.
Yeah. I mean, I think when we started bringing therapists on, it forced us to really look at what we were doing, and it forced us to create programs that our therapists can repeat, so that we can have this system that a couple comes into, that they go through, they bring their individual problems in, but they work in a way where the therapist can really, in a unified way, create this experience where they get to know each other again, where they learn how to resolve conflict in healthy ways. And it's been amazing. I mean, we've helped literally hundreds and hundreds of couples now. Wow.
And I do think the important piece is couples need structure. And I think some people get this confused, oh, is this some kind of cookie cutter program? Absolutely not, because couples are so different. But what we really do is try to get to the core of what's really happening. And so it's not some kind of Band-Aid, right? And the therapists really help couples go from this beginning to an end, so that it's not are we going to be in therapy forever? No, it's about 4 months, right? And then another cool thing that happened is because now there are 10 of us here, we have specialists we have psychodrama, which is basically experiential therapy. We have a trauma specialist that does EMDR, which is one of the most widely researched trauma treatment programs that we can do. We have a breath specialist. We have a somatic experiencing practitioner. We have a dance movement specialist. Wow. And so not only are we seeing couples, we have a family specialist, we have a child parent specialist. So not only are we seeing couples now, we have specialists that if a couple does come in and let's just say trauma or something else is happening, they might need some individual counseling, we can refer in-house now. It's so nice because EJ and I used to refer out of house all the time because we didn't have space for that, but now we have it all.
Yeah, so much to unpack there. I mean, you guys really are aiming to help people who are going through a lot of different things, a spectrum of things. And so often people just go through life feeling a certain way, not knowing why they're feeling that way, not really dealing with it. And like you mentioned, you've been helping people through Zoom and now more in person. And stepping into this center, I took a deep breath. I could breathe again. It just is a nice space. So tell me a little bit about where we are and what work went into making it what it is here.
I mean, at our core, I think it was that we want people to be happier, we want people to suffer less. And we wanted to create an environment where there's a lot of stigma around mental health, and there's a lot of people who don't want to come in, or they're scared of the whole process. And we wanted to create a place where people walk in and they feel good about coming here. I mean, and it's really an interesting thing because couples come here a lot of times in a lot of distress when they're going through some of the hardest times in their life. And super quickly, you see couples sitting in our lobby who are smiling, who tell us we look forward to coming to couples counseling.
They want to stay after for a date night in the lobby.
Yeah.
That's a good sign that they like the ambiance.
Dim the lights, get the candles going. Yeah.
It's such a brave move, whether you're coming to individual or couples counseling. And so again, the safety and ambiance here for me is huge. And so we want people to be able to walk in here and see our space and be like, okay, this feels really good. It's a huge thing for me.
Well, and I think we also create an experience for couples where, you know, right when you get together with your partner, you're like fascinated with them and you'll like stay up late at night talking and you're curious. We want to learn everything about them, and that fades. We bring them into therapy and we help them regain that, where they actually like are curious about one another again. And everybody loves to have their partner, you know, want to talk to them, and sometimes couples just lose that, and I think we're pretty good at, and our therapists are really good at helping them regain that.
You guys also offer, of course, those great online courses and the podcast, so tell us a little bit about that.
I mean, I think like we love doing therapy, we love working with individuals, but I think every Friday we put out a podcast and we talk about topics that are useful for couples to hear about. We interview a lot of experts in the field, we interview couples, and it is just like, it's an amazing thing. We put it out every week. It's called Relationship Renovation, and it's just, I mean, I think it's like
a variety of topics, but all geared towards like individual and relationship wellness, which is again what we do.
Yeah, we have some great people we've interviewed on there.
Yes, and then we also have like couples can do, so the program we developed here in Office Relationship Renovation, we made, once the pandemic hit, we made an at-home version. It's about, I think, 18 lessons over about 3 to 4 months, and a lot of couples have found that very helpful when they can't get out, or even if, because therapy can be expensive, and so people who can't afford weekly couples counseling, they found that the relationship renovation at home is really helpful. So we are happy to put that out.
That's excellent. Well, a word that you said earlier stuck with me, and that is bravery. Be brave, clear out the cobwebs that might have been there for who knows how long, and take a deep breath, just like I did when I walked in here. So thank you guys for inviting us, and great to see you in person.
So nice to see you too.
Yeah, good to see you, Alex.
Bye.